Mesut Ozil, reason why the king of assists left Arsenal. Mesut Ozil, the retired German footballer, is among his generation's most talented football players. He was born to Turkish immigrants in West Germany on October 15, 1988. The former Arsenal and Germany midfielder player recently announced he has officially retired from professional football at 34 years. This video explores the career, accomplishments, and controversies of the king of assist, delving deep into his impact on the world of football and, most importantly, why he left Arsenal. Mesut Ozil's football career. Özil made his debut on August 12, 2006 by playing for Schalke 04, his hometown club senior team, at 17 years old. He mainly played as an attacking midfielder through the center of the pitch, but at times he could also be deployed as a winger on either flank. Özil played for Schalke 04 for 2 seasons before moving to Werder Bremen in 2008 for a transfer fee of €5 million. In 2009, he made his international debut for the senior team during a match against Norway. His first goal for the senior team came in a friendly match against South Africa, where he made his 3rd appearance. In August 2010, he joined Real Madrid from Werder Bremen for €20 million. He continued to impress and was selected for Germany's squad for the 2010 FIFA World Cup, where he played a crucial role in helping his team reach the semi-finals. Mesut Ozil's career at Arsenal. In September 2013, Özil agreed to join the English side Arsenal, and it was a big moment for the club as they were trying to return to their former glories. Özil's arrival from Real Madrid for a whopping £42.4 million was a landmark moment for the Gunners. He later signed a long-term deal with the club in the 2017-2018 season, earning him a staggering £350,000 weekly. One of the reasons Arsenal offered Özil such a considerable wage is he was a big brand in himself, with a massive marketing power and online pull. It didn't take long for Özil to make his mark at Arsenal. In his debut match, he set up Olivier Giroud's goal in 11 minutes. His first 2 seasons at Arsenal ended with silverware, the 2014 and 2015 FA Cups. This was a big moment for Arsenal. During this period, he won the World Cup with Germany in 2014. During the 3rd season, Özil truly showed his worth at Arsenal. The 2015-2016 season was nothing less of an intoxicating display of craft and creativity from Özil. He had a direct hand in 28 goals and 45 appearances, providing 19 assists in the Premier League, one short of Thierry Henry's record in 2002-2003, and creating 146 chances, a staggering total that remains the highest in a single season since Opta started taking records almost 2 decades ago. In the 2016-2017 season, Özil had 9 Premier League goals and 8 assists. But the Gunners finished outside the top 4 for the first time in Wenger's reign, which dates back to 1996. Mesut Ozil's relationship with Arsenal management. At the beginning of his Arsenal career, Özil had a unifying effect on a fan base whose disgruntlement under Arsene Wenger was just beginning. But over time, the midfielder became the most polarizing figure at the club, evolving dramatically behind the scenes as the game's elite clubs disappeared over the horizon. The year 2018 was turbulent for him at Arsenal, as he went from signing a record-breaking £350,000 per week contract to being unexpectedly sidelined towards the end of the season. The summer of 2018 proved bleak for the midfielder, as he was made an scapegoat for Germany's shock group stage exit from the World Cup as holders. The backlash eventually led to Özil announcing an immediate retirement from international football. In the same year, Özil lost Wenger, his most ardent supporter at Arsenal. Unai Emery, Wenger's successor, sooner fell out with Özil. He certainly felt that motivation was an issue. He spoke about provoking friction with Özil to get more out of him, but those efforts proved unsuccessful, culminating in Özil being left out of the squad just a few months into his tenure. Unai Emery left, and Mikel Arteta replaced him as the head coach. But it wasn't long before Özil could fall out with Mikel Arteta. In March 2020, Özil fell out of favor with Arteta amid the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdown. Özil refused to take a pay cut along with the rest of the team. Since Özil was unwilling to adhere to Arteta's non-negotiables and unable to replicate his creative output of past seasons, Özil was left in the background to fade. At the start of the season, he was left out of Arsenal's Premier League and Europa League squads. He did not play a single match for the Gunners between his final appearance for the club in March 2020 and his departure in January 2021. At a time when the club was in desperate need of funds, he proved to be an expensive and draining investment. Mesut Ozil's controversies. Mesut Ozil was a controversial figure in the football world, with various incidents throughout his career causing headlines and debate. In 2019, he spoke out publicly about China's treatment of the Uyghur Muslim population, which caused diplomatic issues for Arsenal. Although this was not the only reason for his marginalization, it contributed to distancing the club from him. Despite this, Özil remained on the team, but his relationship with Arsenal was never the same again. Since Özil has a huge following online than Arsenal club, instead of using his platform to promote the team, he used it to air his grievances about his situation at Arsenal. This only served further to distance him from the club and its fans. Additionally, Özil's decision to pose for photographs with controversial Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in the lead-up to a Turkish election caused some to question his loyalty to the German national team. This further eroded his standing with fans and the team. Mesut Ozil's departure from Arsenal. Özil's departure from the Gunners was significant for the club and its fans. The German midfielder was integral to Arsenal's squad for 7.5 years. His departure marked the end of an era. In 2021, Özil left Arsenal to join Fenerbahçe, a Turkish club. This move had been on the cards for some time since he had been left out of Arsenal's Premier League and Europa League squads. Although Mikel Arteta insisted that it was purely a football decision, many suspect that there was more to it than that. The Mirror confirmed that Arteta had given Özil every chance to win back his place in the side. Arteta was taking the team in a different direction, and Özil would have more options elsewhere. By now, Özil's place had been taken by Emile Smith-Rowe, a rising youngster. During the season, Arsenal tried to move Özil on but failed to find a club willing to take on his wages. Although 3 teams had shown interest, MLS side DC United and Fenerbahçe. Despite interest from MLS side DC United, Fenerbahçe ultimately won the race to sign Özil. His Turkish roots and genuine affinity for Fenerbahçe might have played a key role in the move. Arsenal agreed to pay up most of the £7 million owed over the remainder of Özil's contract, removing the major financial obstacle to the move. Özil left Arsenal with 254 appearances, 44 goals, and 77 assists. But it was clear that his time at the club had come to an end. Mesut Ozil's retirement from professional football. In a shocking announcement that rocked the football world, Mesut Ozil, the German playmaker, known for his creative flair and vision on the pitch, announced his retirement from professional football at 34. Özil shared the news on Instagram in a statement, expressing gratitude for his almost 17-year career as a professional football player. The news comes barely 26 months after he departed from Arsenal. It remains to be seen what Özil's next steps will be, but for now, his retirement marks the end of a successful career that saw him win numerous titles and accolades at both club and international levels. Özil, or the King of Assist, as he was famously known, won several individual honors throughout his career. In 2010, he won the Bambi Award, and in the 2011-2012 La Liga season, he recorded the most assists, 17, and was named in the UEFA Team of the Year for 2013 and 2013. He was also the Bundesliga top assist scorer in 2009 to 2010 and the highest goal scorer in the 2014 FIFA World Cup qualification for Germany. Until his departure, Özil was an important player for Arsenal and helped them win several cups, including the FA Cup 3 times, 2013-2014, 2014-2015, and 2016-2017, and the FA Community Shield twice, 2014 and 2015. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe.